What sort of virtues do you think are required of a successful life in the academy?
Well, I haven't said anything about teaching really, and that's partly a side effect of the fact that most of these sort of high-pressure academic endeavours of mine, or scholarly endeavours, were not by way of needing to get up a course to teach, and were done without the opportunity of ventilating anything much of it at all in tutorials or other situations. I taught in my early years as a law tutor many subjects, and then simmered down to Roman law and jurisprudence, and did a bit of constitutional law from time to time. And none of that really gave me much opportunity to deal in the teaching way with anything much that I was working intensely on. And to some extent, teaching in the graduate Oxford law degree in jurisprudence and political theory did give me that opportunity, and working with great scholars of different traditions like Joseph Raz and Ronald Dworkin, and before that Hart and Tony Honore, it gave plenty of stimulus to deal with some aspects of this, but not, again, some of the most fundamental or pressing ones. And so, in some respects, my own experience as a Christian scholar is a bit unsatisfactory in as much as I wasn't able to integrate the teaching aspect of it with the reflection and study, research, investigation, and so on. Not as much as I would have wished, but there was plenty of law not involving those questions that needed to be dealt with, and almost all my, not all, but most of my doctoral supervisions involved, again, other matters than the ones that I was sort of urgently working on. Whereas someone like Thomas Aquinas, did his thinking through his teaching, and vice versa. So I envy his opportunity, although very few people in the whole history of the world could have responded to the opportunity in the way that he did. Just had a huge mind.
Is that the ideal state of affairs, though, you think?
I think that's in some ways the ideal state of affairs, in which what you're having to think about is also what you're having to teach about. And the old law school adage that taught law is tough law, and because it's been thought through from top to bottom, it's got plenty of truth in it. Although it's also got a kind of boastfulness of the academy about it.
Did you see, or do you see your vocation as a scholar or as a teacher, or as both?
I don't know. I never thought of it much as a vocation. Germaine Griset thinks, and reasonably in some ways I think, thinks that vocation is really should be the shaping category of everyone's formation, and what one should be trying to convey to children, the responsibility to shape up a vocation. And I think I've absolutely certainly fallen far short of what he thinks is reasonable, and probably far short of what is reasonable in that respect. So I've just got on with doing what needed, as I thought, to be done, and I could then rationalise that retrospectively, say, oh, that was my vocation. But so I didn't do it in the right order, probably.